Does LA County DA George Gascón have the power to bar prosecutors from seeking longer sentences for repeat offenders? Well, the California Supreme Court is now being asked to decide. The three strikes law has been the focus of an ongoing legal battle in Gascón's office, and a woman you're about to meet tonight has been fighting her own fight within that battle, a struggle for her safety. He was the first man she met after her divorce, and years later, she continues to fight to keep her stalker behind bars.
I'm going to dedicate my whole life to wrecking yours.
Terrorized by his voice,
I don't care about your kid.
his words, threats,
I planned on burying you in the desert.
and actions,
There was glass everywhere on the couch,
Peggy Farrell lives in fear
constant hypervigilance
and in a home always partially packed.
in case something happens.
Peggy met her stalker in 2013.
We had a good time together.
He ended the relationship after 5 months, then resurfaced. This time, there was constant contact with bizarre emails.
My bony broken wrists stick out.
Peggy, a single mother, an attorney, thought she could handle it. Then came multiple
He's banging on the windows.
unwelcome
The word whore written on my lawn.
visits to her home. Peggy got a restraining order, but she says multiple times her concerns were dismissed by police,
Well, if he physically hurts you, that's one thing.
even as her stalker violated the order repeatedly.
He has flyered my house with pornography. It was just red paint everywhere.
There were angry voicemails,
I'm going to ruin everybody's life.
and the emails escalated.
Kind of hard to prevent against a bullet to the back of the head.
Then one day, Peggy got a call from a stranger. A woman told her she received some threatening text messages from Peggy's stalker about Peggy.
I said, did he pour paint on your car and destroy your house too? And she said, that's who did it?
A third woman's house also damaged. The stalker was arrested. In a plea deal, he got 5 years and a felony strike for stalking. Peggy moved.
I believe the only reason this case got any attention was because the vandalism was so significant.
After serving 2 years, he was out, and months later, back in Peggy's inbox with a manifesto,
Rob grabs the taser and the gun.
a screenplay detailing Peggy's
I'm gonna come back.
worst nightmare.
I'm gonna kill you.
He was arrested for the script. While Peggy waited for him to go to trial, LA County DA George Gascón took office and tweeted, "3 strikes ends in my office beginning today." The law can double the punishment for someone with a prior like Peggy's stalker.
There's absolutely no evidence that lengthier sentences beyond certain point have any impact.
Gascón issued a blanket order to dismiss all prior strikes in every pending case. The stalker was charged with criminal threats, which counts as a strike. With his history, he was looking at 11 years in prison, but with time already served, Peggy's stalker could be released until trial. Peggy says this is what Gascón told her on the phone
We will keep him in. We will not let him out.
when she begged him to keep her stalker locked up.
And obviously, I was very concerned, and she's absolutely right. I said, we will do everything that we can.
But weeks later, in a text message, Gascón told Peggy his office would ask the court to dismiss the strike and prior felony.
It's like he pulled the rug out from us.
Gascón texted, "I don't want you to think that the defendant's custody status is dependent on you alone. The court has discretion to keep him in custody while this case is pending, and the assigned DA can make arguments to assist the court in making this determination."
There was no one to argue for me except for me.
Peggy texted back,
You are sealing my fate. I'm as good as dead if you do this.
she had weeks to move again. Fearful of her stalker's possible release, Peggy enlisted the help of a Marcy's Law attorney. The law provides equal rights to crime victims. It was named after a woman who was stalked and killed by her ex-boyfriend. The deputy DA, following Gascón's directives, recommended release, but a judge
Thank God.
didn't allow it.
He was kept in pending the trial, which is what I told her that we were going to do.
The Union for Deputy DAs sued Gascón, saying his strikes ban was illegal. A judge agreed and said the district attorney overstates his authority. He is an elected official who must comply with the law, not a sovereign with absolute, unreviewable discretion.
DAs and prosecutors have been acting on discretion for years. This is nothing new. I think what really made this a little unusual is that we actually put it in writing that, we're not going to allege this unless there are, certain exceptions.
By law, strikes must be filed, but the court cannot force a deputy DA to prove a strike, and a judge can only sentence based on what is proved at trial. Months later, during trial, 7 years after the stalking began, Peggy was cross-examined by her stalker.
What he did essentially is re-victimize me.
He was convicted. Before sentencing, Peggy learned Gascon's office would recommend no strike.
This is after a jury had said he's dangerous and he needs to be in prison.
The max sentence for criminal threats without the priors, 3 years. Peggy's stalker had already served more than that, so he could possibly walk out of court on sentencing day.
Is she right to be fearful? 100%. And, I told her that, and I meant that very sincerely.
Peggy's attorney said to the court, incredibly, the prosecutor has once again been ordered to ask the court to strike the defendant's strike conviction and 5-year prior. On sentencing day, the deputy DA recommended 3 years with no strikes or enhancements. And when the judge asked the deputy DA for any argument supporting the recommendation, he said, "No, Your Honor. Those papers indicate the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office's position as I was directed to represent it."
It had nothing to do with the policy per se because, again, it's an individualized process.
To have to beg for my life.
The court ruled against the DA's recommendation, saying it would not be in the interest of justice for the court to strike the prior strike and treat this defendant as if that had never occurred.
We proved the case and gave the judge the opportunity actually to sentence the way he did, and he was sentenced to 11 years.
It meant that I was allowed to live for another 3 years while he's in prison.
Gascón believes Peggy's stalker should be locked up longer.
Simply because his behavior calls for that. And that's the place that I think that we need to get to.
But until that time, he says he continues to work in an imperfect system.
We still don't have the right levels of investment in the areas in our prison system that actually facilitate a reentry process or rehabilitation or determine when somebody should not be allowed to leave.
Months after sentencing, Peggy's stalker was eligible for parole under Prop 57. He was not released, but in a few months, she'll go before the parole board again to explain why her stalker should stay in prison. So for now, Peggy remains ready.
I have to be very careful about everything that I do.
For what could come next.
The only way he's going to stop is if he's incarcerated.
My fear, quite frankly, is going to get out, and she may have to, again, deal with this fear, because I don't think he's going to get out in any better shape than he is today.
If I'm willing to put my face to it and admit that this happened to me and is continuing to happen to me, then there's other people that might come forward. And I'll be believed. I'll finally be believed.
The Stalking Prevention Awareness and Resource Center says some survivors don't report stalking because of the trauma and because they think they won't be believed. Gascón says the court ruling that mandates the filing of a strike in all cases sets a dangerous precedent. He says the court is taking the charging decision out of the prosecutor's hands, which he believes is a core function of his office.